welcome back to the show. This is episode 4, part 2. You know what the deal is by now. We're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons. Well, we already have done. You're just going to watch. A couple of things about this session. Still some technical glitches. Not as many as the last time you watched. But there's still a few bits of lag or sound issues here and there. This was early days for us. And, well, let's look at what's just happened. The players have been making their way through the sewers, under the town of Ravensholm, to the Temple of the Five Faiths, where they think all the bad stuff is coming from. They have just met an animate skeleton called Skulks, and had an encounter where I think they almost killed him about 6 times, and then there was some debate about whether that was a good idea or not. We find the players underneath the Temple of the Five Faiths in the sewers, about to make their way inside through a sewer entrance. If you're enjoying the show, please like and subscribe the video. It really helps us out with the algorithm, like to an alarming degree. And also, if you know people who would like it, feel free to send them the link. That seems like a doable thing. But look, crack on. Enjoy the show, and I'll see you at the end. Bye. And so, with that, with Skulks leading the way, you make your way through a variety of other sewer tunnels and find yourself at a slightly wider sewer, it's one of the major ones. And there's this platform running on the left-hand side of the sewer. So you've double back, you're facing west. On the south side of this, you've got this platform. There is an iron... what's the word? An iron gate there with a padlock on it. But there's also a manhole cover leading upwards. And Skulks is like, all right, fellas, guys, this is the this is where the temple is, and let me tell you that sense I had is significantly stronger here. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not swayed by it. It's just louder.
Okay.
Matt, you can also feel the tattoo on your chest is ice cold. Like, it's painful now.
Guys, I don't want to be a little bit of a pain, but oh my god, this tattoo has got cold. Bloody horrible it is. I don't like this place nothing.
Okay.
Even the warmth of Mr. Skulk's candles heating that up.
I think, Skulks, if you're impacted by what's going on up there, maybe you should stay here and guard our way out and come into the temple. Because otherwise, I just worry you're going to turn on us. Not
a concern I have, but sure, I'll wait.
Not a concern? You don't think you will?
No, I figure if I was going to turn, I would have done it in the last couple of days.
Before you do that, might you have a little peep up through the manhole for us? Because we're quite fleshy, and zombies like us, but they might not bother you much. Is that okay with everyone?
Sure.
Just out of interest, has anybody got any skills when it comes to picking locks?
Oh, wait. That's a good point. I have +4 in sleight of hand. Is that what it is?
No, it's from memory. So it's a dexterity check, but if you've got thieves' tools, it adds to it.
Does anyone have?
Not very friendly.
No.
So Skulks clambers up the manhole thing, and again, it's still about 60 feet up. And you hear the manhole cover being lifted, scrape off to the side. You see a little bit of daylight pour down, but it's not it's getting dark now. It's getting into evening. You can also hear that it's raining heavily upstairs, up there, and you can see there's water pouring in from various drains on the street. And you hear Skulks clamber back down. It's like, right, well.
Uh-oh.
What a cliffhanger.
That was about to be crucial information.
Do you think we should go through the gate or through the manhole?
Can we get through the gate with the
I think if
padlock?
we can pick this lock or open this lock.
Oh, wait, your hammer that we gave you. Isn't it a hammer?
The annoying thing is that since we retconned Rough Knight as a barbarian rather than a fighter, I seem to have lost proficiency with smith's tools.
Yes.
It's a magical hammer.
Is it? is it magical? I didn't think it was magical.
Yeah.
So I think we can open it with the hammer.
Okay.
Like I was saying, there's a couple of zombies up there, but they're not nearby. But there's a hell of a lot of them in the park.
Okay.
So I would suggest not making a ton of noise.
Can you see the temple doorway up there?
Yeah, sure.
How far is it, and does it look open?
About 40 feet. The doors are closed over, and there was a lot of blood.
Oh, no.
Like, I don't know how much of that. Oh, there's some blood. I don't know how much is a lot of blood. More blood than I would expect.
Oh, dear.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is it some kind of blood temple?
We don't know what kind of temple it is. We just got a feeling from the wee lad's tattoo that this is where we should be heading.
Would it be worth making an Archon check on the behind the door? Could I do that, do you think?
How do you mean?
Like to see if I could sense anything on the other side of the door?
Which door?
The obvious the locked door. Padlock.
Arcana's not really a sense dealing.
Yeah.
I think we still try the gate because it's further away from the zombies than the door. It's down here. So even if they hear us, they're going to have to work out we're down in the sewers. And we try and pick the lock first. If that doesn't work, then use your hammer.
Yeah, sleight of hand. Is that right for picking locks?
It would be it's a dex roll with a bonus if you have thieves' tools.
I have +4 dex. Anyone got higher?
Oh wait, why do you need? You need a lock picked?
Yeah.
One moment.
Do you have a skeleton key there, Mr. Oh. I'll bang you.
And that's our show.
And I think at that point, let's take an interval on that joke. I think that's cool. 5 minutes, are we cool? If you're watching at home, feel free to go get a cup of tea. Take a bio break, to use a term I heard this week, which I think is awful. Or if you'd like, please do a tweet about us on the Twitter. That'd be super rad. And we'll be back in 5 minutes, assuming, of course, that all the technology doesn't fail. Are we back? We're back. It's back. So, welcome back, folks. We just had an interval. Matt's made a tea. I've had some night fudge. But we are in the sewers, finally, about to leave the sewers. We're beneath the temple. There is a sewer entrance, we assume, and an entrance up on the land. Oh, yeah, night fudge. I made some fudge at 1 a.m. because I'm coping with the lockdown real well. That night fudge is just fudge I made at night. I wish there was a better... That's not what this is about. I believe...
That's also a great name for what's in the sewers.
Night
It is also a great name for turds. Cool. Good news is that Skulks, using the dagger and his finger bones, manages to reasonably deftly pick the lock on the gate and swings it open silently. However, a sort of 20 foot, there's a 10 or 20 foot corridor which leads to a heavy iron-banded wooden door with no lock on this side.
It's hammer time.
Honk, 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 honk.
Honk,
Honk, honk, honk, honk.
Hammer time. Honk, 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 honk.
Honk, honk, honk. Honk, honk.
Hammer time.
Have you given me the hammer, Claire? So I've just got it.
Yeah.
Listen, when I hit this, every zombie within a 200-yard radius is going to come absolutely flocking. Is this really how we're going to approach this?
Oh, wait. Skulks, could you lock that door again? The one behind us. We'll go through the gate.
Sure, I guess.
We have locked our only route out at the moment, but it would mean that the zombies that come from the top will at least not be able to get at us. And we open the
I
one.
just closed this. I closed the manhole cover upstairs.
Oh, then we don't need to worry. Oh, you mean the ones inside the temple? Actually, I get you.
What?
Yeah. No.
Oh, I understand.
What?
We're assuming if we open a door loudly, there might be zombies in the temple that are going to come directly towards that door.
What I mean is, I hit this door, and we may as well be knocking and shouting, "You, we're here!" So, like, I'm not averse to that. Trust me. But I'm just saying, is everybody braced for hell pouring towards us?
Can I just try thaumaturgy and see if it's an open door? And it'll open if I use thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy. Let me just look up the wording of thaumaturgy.
It says I can open or shut a door if it's open. But if it's locked, I can't. But is it locked?
No, this is locked.
Oh.
Could we just try seeing if anyone's there?
How?
Just knock on it.
Do you knock hard?
No, just a little knock, just if someone's near.
Sure. There is you knock and there is no response.
I guess nobody is home then. Mr. Ruff, would you do the honors?
I swing this hammer hard at the door.
In a 20-foot thin, 5-foot wide, 20-foot corridor.
I put my
you've locked yourselves into. Who stood immediately behind the dwarf?
Claire.
Briony, make a dexterity save, please.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
You're fine.
Can I acrobatic away?
You don't acrobatic away, but you matrix lean away from this hammer as he goes, right! Brings the hammer down on the door. Rufus, I don't need you to make an attack roll against the door. It is, after all, a door.
Yeah.
But would you please roll... Thank you for the donation. Would you please roll 2d8 plus your strength modifier and then double that?
2d8 plus my strength modifier.
Yep.
2d8, I've got 11, and my strength modifier is 3, so that's 14.
14. So, with 28 damage and a sort of explosive effect, what happens is you smash this door in half. You bring your hammer down. There is a titanic boom as you do it, and a crack. And the door hasn't come off its hinges or anything, but like the top right-hand side of the door has just fallen away. You can see there's a bar across it at a lower level. That bar's got a crack in it. And the door's split inwards like that. So it won't take much antics to get past it. But you're right, it was quite loud. You've got dark vision. You can see you're in the room beyond. The room beyond is you're in a sort of not domed, like a tunnel style space. So it's about 60, 70 foot wide, front to back, about 200 foot long, and is curved. The ceiling is curved, and basically what's happened is every 5 feet or so along the sides, there is a plinth or a sarcophagus where you would imagine a corpse would be. But notably, there are no corpses in this room. There is a lot of disturbed dust on the floor. That is very easy to see. It's lots of, how do I put it, shambling people have made their way to the doorway on the opposite side of the chamber.
Right, we're in the crypt.
You 100% are in the crypt.
I get into one of the sarcophaguses and do a hilarious impression of a dead person. Just for morale. Just for morale.
Sure. Is that directed at me? I don't.
No, it's just. Have a go there, Skulks. Have
a go, Skulks.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I don't need to. I'm literally dead. I don't need to. It's a weird time.
You'll be really realistic.
Yeah, be too realistic, maybe.
Right, listen. Just quickly, but this needs to be quick. We can see into that room, but we're not in that room yet.
Right. In the crypt.
We're not in the crypt. We're the other side of the door because it was all cracked.
No. Just to be very clear, Phillin has pushed past you, pushed through the door, and climbed into a sarcophagus immediately without any thought.
Right. Okay. Do the sarcophagi have lids?
They do. They're almost all of them have been pushed over and are open.
Right. Can we all get into that room now?
Yes.
Right. Everybody, quickly copy the halfling. Get inside a sarcophagus as quick as you fucking can.
We
Now.
do. We do it, and we pull the
Mr.
lid.
Hardcastle, there's room for you in
Is this-
mine.
No, I'll be
Oh, I
fine on my
get
own.
you.
Thank you, Phillin.
At which point,
Fine.
Skulks just lies down on the floor.
Skulks, no you. You stay by that door, and if anybody comes down here, you say it was you that made that noise. Got you?
With you. Although, will you not still be in those sarcophagi?
Yeah, we will. But my hope is that if anybody comes down here, they won't look in the sarcophagi. They'll find you. You're one of them, and then they'll fuck back off again.
Paul,
Okay. Yes.
can I use this opportunity to use my new skill of alter self to also be a skeleton and lie down with the Skulks?
Yes.
Just an extra pair of eyes. We can watch both ends of the room,
Nice.
guys.
Yeah.
I can
Very
also
good.
use disguise self, actually. So I can use disguise. No, you're already doing it. How many people do you need to take watch?
Yep. Can you each make perception checks, please?
Oh, 2.
Oh no. 5. I have
Rich?
just gotten a sarcophagus.
Richard?
All of us, sorry. 1 second.
I mean, you don't have to.
16.
And Rufus?
19.
Cool. Richard, Rufus, and Skulks become aware of footsteps making their way down the corridor towards the room you're currently in.
I rush in and put myself in a thingy. I can't say it.
You're already in a sarcophagus. That's
Okay.
already been done. Richard,
Right.
where are you?
I'm gonna follow everyone's lead. I'll jump into a sarcophagus.
Has anybody got any juju for like make it dark, make yourself
It's
invisible?
already dark in here.
No, I know, but like make yourself
I can-
imperceptible, like shadow field of
Footsteps are getting
shadows.
closer. Matt, what are you doing?
I am disguised as a skeleton. Just keeping an eye on things.
I'm also going to do silent image in front of the gate, the door, so it looks like it hasn't been broken and it's absolutely fine. An image of the same door, but it looks okay.
Nice. This is surprisingly credible, folks. And I am talking from a lot of experience DMing for Briony.
We'll get there, Paul. We'll get
Yeah.
You will. Will you? Who's jumped in a sarcophagus? Just so I've got track of this. Richard and Rufus are in sarcophagi, right?
Yeah,
I'm kind of hanging over.
Richard,
mine.
Rufus, and Briony are all in sarcophagi. The halfling looks like a skeleton and is basically shambling around with Skulks.
Right. Cool. At which point, what walks into the room is this white-skinned, like bleached white-skinned, white-eyed, with this sort of very unruly, thick mop of black hair thing, with blood spattered all over its torso, and it's this partially decayed corpse. You can see part of its lip has rotted away, and these horrible, too perfect teeth. With like a sort of tint of blue around them, and again this blue energy glowing in its eyes, walks into the room and just looks around silently, and just looks quizzically at Matt and at Skulks. Matt, what do you do?
I sort of give it a not a nod, big nod, but sort of a like, hey, like I'm doing my job here, sort of thing, like, hey, like that.
Do you also go E as you literally just said you were going to?
Yeah, why not? But really,
No, I don't think you do.
no, I
I
don't.
think he did because he did.
No, he didn't. It was he. What he was trying to get the words out for was a low groan, not mini fonz.
Yeah, I mean it's not.
It's good. What you three hear from inside your sarcophagus is footsteps that are pause, and then you clearly hear the half and go, "All right."
No, we were going to get away with this. It was all going to be fine. Oh no!
This thing advances into the room towards you, Matt. Skulks very quietly, and you notice his jaw doesn't move. Goes, I don't think this is working.
I whisper back, going, "Just play along, Mr. Skulks. We got this," but really quietly.
Sure. This creature, this undead beast, steps towards you and just peers at you. Because also, you're still a halfling skeleton. You're a 3 foot tall skeleton. It is reaching out to touch you. Do you have a reaction to that, or are you cool with it?
I sort of just slowly do that away from it, and because it's so slow, I managed to just...
It speeds up and taps, it just pushes you on the forehead. Please take 6 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah. Oh, 16.
Cool.
Yes.
Paul, can I?
Oh, wait, +3, so 19.
Great. Richard?
Can I? So, where in the room is he versus where I am? Is he now like?
All of these, the 3 idiots, also the 2 idiots and this monster are in the middle of the room. And we'll assume that you 3 are in sarcophagi around this space.
Okay.
So what happens is this thing touches you and you feel your life energy being drawn out through your forehead into this thing's hand. And it realizes that you are not dead.
Right. Does he make as that happens to Phil, does Phil make a noise or anything?
Phil?
I go, I'm dead.
It draws a long sword and steps back, and you hear Skulks go, "Ah, crap!"
Okay.
Okay.
Push open.
I as quick as I can, I literally jump out of this sarcophagus, draw my greatsword, and
I think we all get to roll initiative before anything happens.
If I can, Paul, I will be grabbing Skulks and putting him in the way of the sword, hopefully to get it tackled in his rib cage. That's my plan.
Nice. I mean, not nice, awful. What a terrible plan.
Is it D20 for initiative?
It is D20 for initiative.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
Lovely stuff.
Nice.
I got a 12.
Rich?
I also got 12.
Briony?
13.
And this horrible thing is going on. Oh. 18. So, the first things first. This thing is drawing its long sword when bursting through the side of a sarcophagus. Laterally, head first, like a bullet, comes the rough knight. Great sword in hand. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm leaping. I'm guessing the sarcophagus is, raised or something. So I'm just jumping. I'm leaping, sword drawn, and trying to jag my greatsword directly down into the top of this thing's head.
Cool. Make an attack roll, please.
Now I'm gonna rage.
Reasonable,
right? So, for anyone who doesn't know, that's a bonus action. Fortunately, I'm not wearing heavy armor, so it works. I can't cast spells, but I'm not really a spell maker anyway. I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And I get a bonus damage roll when I use a melee weapon. So if I strike, then I'm going to get double damage on this guy. So, all of that said, let's roll, right? It's a strength-based thing. Oh, fuck me. I don't get any advantage on this, do I, Paul?
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration.
Oh, yeah, I've got inspiration. Can I use that to take advantage on this attack?
Yes, because you've declared that you're using it before the attack, right?
Yes, that's what I did.
Right, cool.
Yeah, nicely done.
Okay. So, modifiers and everything on top.
Yep.
The greatsword gives me a +5, right?
Yes, it does.
And do I also add my strength +3 or just the greatsword?
That's your strength +3 is part of that +5.
Right, got you. Okay, then I'm 17.
17, you have hit. So you leap up, bring your greatsword down on this thing's back as it's drawing its sword with the intention of attacking Phillin.
Yeah.
Would you roll your damage for me, please?
Yeah. Now, hang on. It's D6.
2d6. 2d6 plus 5 now because you've got a rage bonus.
Right. Okay. Thank you. There is at some point I get extra damage dice. I'm just checking when that is. Oh no, hang on. Bonus damage roll when a melee weapon attack is made. So I get a bonus damage roll.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, and I do because I'm using a great sword. Do I get to reroll 1s and 2s on damage?
You don't. That was when you were a fighter.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so damage on the first 2d6 is 6.
Yep.
And then the bonus damage is 7.
So in total, that is
that altogether is 13.
13. Great. You bring your greatsword crashing down on this thing's back, although you feel a level of, I'm going to say, resistance, as this thing, this should be cutting deeper into the flesh of this creature than it is. And the thing turns around and just looks at you with these blue and white eyes. We can note. I'll do it next time. I'm not gonna. It requires to open a button. I'm not gonna dick around with the tech now.
You saw what happened last time we did Photoshop.
Yeah. At which point it is Skulks' turn with his dagger that he has.
Give him bardic inspiration, Briony.
I think I'm going to save it for you guys.
So, Skulks flips the dagger into his other hand. Gets a 13. What is he rolling? Oh, gets an 18 to hit. And does 3, 6, 16 damage with his sneak attack. And he slams this. He sidesteps and slams this into the thing's back. Again, looks like it should be doing more damage than it is. As Skulks also uses a free action to step back from this creature.
Okay.
Next up is the creature itself, which is going to attack Matt and Rufus, because you are nearby. Rufus, your armor class, please, because it's less than it used to be. Thanks for the follows, by the way.
Yeah, my armor class now, it was 16, it's now 14.
Cool. Either way, this thing hits you because it's got 21. And Matt, your armor class is?
16, and I am not very healthy at the moment. I've got 6 hit points.
Paul?
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, my armor class.
What does it? What does
Yes,
it hit?
I know it has.
Sorry, 13 now. 13.
What does
Rufus, you were saying?
what does he hit me with?
It has a longsword.
Okay, good, because I'm raging, so I have resistance to slashing damage.
Just as well. So it hits you for 8 damage as it brings its sword around in an arc. So you only take 4 damage of that.
Okay.
Night, guys.
And Matt,
Yeah.
you take
Unconscious again.
incredible scenes. How many hit points have you got left?
6.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh!
Wait, no, plus 3 plus 2. You take 5 slashing damage as this thing cuts you across the face. And you're knocked to the floor with 1 hit point left. And this thing, what else can it do? Oh, that's pretty much it. Yeah, cool. This is then going to... It starts muttering something under its breath in what you think is Elven. Anybody speak Elven?
No, I've got Draconic and Infernal, I think.
Languages.
That's changed.
No, I've got Common and
I speak
Infernal.
Elvish, yeah, I do.
Cool. In which case, Richard, you can hear it. It's muttering to itself. And it's effectively saying... It's an archaic dialect. It's an old version of Elven. So you can't do a direct translation, but it's like... In fact, it's like if you spoke... It's not quite true Elven, it's a variation. So it's like the difference between German and Austrian. And that they're quite similar, but there are notable differences. What you make out of it is...
song as a language.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you make it... you make out this thing is muttering to itself that he has to warn the others.
Okay.
However, it is now Briony's turn.
Oh gosh.
Feel free to heal me.
We've got a healing potion.
The battle cry of the halfling.
We've got drink the healing potion. Can I yell that just free to Phillin?
You have it.
I have it. Okay,
yeah, Briony, Matt doesn't have it.
Okay, can I is that too much of an action? Can I cast a spell and slide closer to hand him it?
You can move and cast a spell.
Okay, so I'm going to move right over to where Phillin is, so I can be next to him, so he can just pick up it himself.
You say that, but I'm quite greasy, remember?
You're going to try. And I'll do a spell, which is... What should I do? Oh, Dissonant Whispers. I reckon that might do some damage to them.
Ooh.
No, hold on, I've got second level. I've got it second level. Dissonant Whispers.
You're casting Dissonant Whispers at second level.
Yeah. To the thing. Also, because hopefully that will distract them from talking to anyone.
Sure. What is... Do it. What have I got to beat? Is it
You've got to beat attack save, Wisdom 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a great wisdom save.
I thought a dead person might not. I
get a 9. So this attack works. Please roll your damage, which I believe, casting it as a level 2 spell, is... I say I believe, I mean I'm looking at it. It is 40... Fucking hell, it's 4d6!
Cool.
Come on, Claire. Big roll.
3, 6. 3, 6, 5. 6! How many is that?
Come on!
3, 6, 5, 6.
That's 17, 20.
20.
Whoa.
Okay, and this thing, what kind of damage is that? Is it psychic?
Yeah.
Ooh,
And I'm going to...
This thing does not have resistance to psychic damage and takes 20 damage from one attack. But also, because it's Dissonant Whispers, it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. It is terrified of you, Briony. This thing's eyes go wide, its elven voice drops away, and it just kind of screams this unearthly, vowel-free scream like its throat's being torn away, and it just drops its longsword and turns for the door, at which point, the Rough Knight, you get to make an attack of opportunity.
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice.
So does Skulks and Phillin. Have you got a weapon?
I'm gonna, if this is possible, because I assume it'll be moving my way, because it's going away from Claire, so I'm going to use my quarterstaff to try and trip it. So I'm going to probably take it out floor bound, ready for...
Attack of opportunity, you can just make a basic attack, but you could try and do something fancy on your turn.
Okay. I'll just... yeah, I guess I've got 2 daggers and I do have double-handed, so I'll do that.
Cool. Well, Skulks has hit it, although not a glancing blow, as he stabs it again with his dagger, albeit this time in the stomach.
Does he say for the watch as it's happening?
He does not, sadly. Rufus?
Yeah, I just want to double check with you. This attack of opportunity, does that roll like a regular attack? So do I get a bonus damage roll on this as well?
You're still raging, so yeah. But it's a normal attack. You can't do anything fancy with it.
Oh, fuck me.
Is that a 1?
That's a 1.
Superb. Matt?
Yeah.
Rufus, roll your damage.
I've rolled
Me-
my.
Not you, Matt.
Sorry.
Roll
Yeah.
my damage.
Yes.
6 and 8 is 14.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah,
Lovely
me too.
stuff. Matt,
I've already made my rolls for 2
great.
daggers.
What were your attacks? What did you
My
get?
attack rolls were 3 and 2 plus 3 on each.
In both cases, you miss. As you're lying on the floor, sort of wildly flailing around with daggers, and you look up and see the rough knight is spinning around with his greatsword, the momentum of his previous attack still carrying him. He tries to bring the greatsword back, loses his balance, and plunges the greatsword directly into your stomach.
Oh, God.
Please take 14 damage.
Well, I'm out. I'm unconscious.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, you're on 0 damage. Okay, so there's no such thing as negative hit points. But I will say that is significant enough damage that you are already 1 bad death save down the route to death. Briony, great moves on your turn.
So I've already.
Matt,
Oh god.
it is your turn. Please make a death save. So just a
Okay,
D20.
That's a D20, yeah.
Yep.
Booyah!
What did you get?
20.
A 20. Cool. That's two.
Oh!
That's 2 positive ones. 1 more positive
Nice.
death save, and you stabilize. 2 more negative ones, and you die. Richard.
Okay.
Richard, it is
Okay.
your turn. A lot has happened.
If anybody has anything that brings about psychic damage, by the way, just saying.
That works.
Yeah. I don't think I do have anything like that. I mean,
How near is
So,
he to
how-
me? Oh no, it doesn't matter.
he's moving away, right, Paul? So
We cannot let this fucker leave this room.
No.
Can I
Can
just
I
check
just, like-
something? 1, 2, 3 success says I come back
Yes.
to life. Natural 20, 1 health.
Yeah, I'm just double checking that. I don't think that is how death saves work, but
sorry,
I'll check.
Sorry, Rich.
okay, so Paul, am I behind him at this point?
Yeah,
We don't want him to leave this room. I'm just gonna charge
you
him,
do not.
grab my bag of holding, and try to net him in it.
We've done
You
it
and this
before.
fucking bag.
Why attack when you can shot?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch myself for the necromancer.
I'll say this: this is not like a zombie. It is It's swift, and this will be more difficult than it was doing that with the zombie. But you're welcome to try.
Fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna try.
Cool. Make
I'm Reverend
athletics. Make an athletics check opposed with this thing's strength.
Okay. Well, that is 17.
Interesting. Okay, you're not entirely successful, but what you have managed to do is get the bag of holding on its head, and then it's
Okay.
running, but you're holding onto the bag. So you haven't trapped it in the bag, but it is. Its head is stuck in a bag.
Its head is in a TARDIS.
Effectively, yes.
Okay.
Which brings us to the top of initiative again. Rufus, what would you like to do? This thing is stuck.
Cut it off at the shins.
What do I want to do? Well, so it's got its head in a bag, so it can't see what's going on.
We
It's
need to
not tripped over. Yeah, look, I'm still raging. This is all happening within 1 minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm over.
Oh, holy shit! Sorry. I just want to make an interesting point, which is it turns out 1, 2, 3 success is correct. If you roll a natural 20 on a death save, you come back to life with 1 hit point.
Back
Matt,
in
you're
the
away.
game.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. 1, 2, 3 success.
Absolutely miraculous.
So yeah,
Listen, I'm overthinking it. I'm still raging. I'm gonna just, keep throwing my sword at this thing, mainly around the neck area.
sure. It's got harder now that it's obscured with the bag of holding, but sure, you can make that attack. You can make it at advantage because this thing now can't see. It's functionally blinded, so you can have an attack at advantage. Do it.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
then you have hit, my friend. You pull your greatsword out of the stomach of the halfling.
Yeah.
And launch yourself at this thing.
Yeah. At 4 damage, and then my bonus attack damage roll is 7. So that's 11.
11 damage, halved to 6.
5.
On. So you're right, Richard. Yes, halved to 5. Lovely. So you cut a massive chunk out of this thing's back, and it's struggling to flee again. On its turn, Skulks is going to 15. Skulks is going to tend to the wounds of the halfling.
Skulks.
And it just tears off a bit of your shirt and starts binding your stomach wound.
I look round at Skulks and just quietly say, for a being with no heart, you've sure got a lot of heart.
Oh.
So for a man named Ruff, you sure are a softie.
What a weird time to trade banter instead of killing that fucking thing. Briony, it's your turn.
Okay, so it's still got a head in the bag. I'm going to try my little meat cleaver. Because it must work on dead things.
Yes. Make that roll. Remember, it's the same stats as your rapier, but +1 to your attack and +1 to your damage.
Okay, I'm going to try and cut its shins off.
Nice.
What is it with you people and shins? Make that attack roll.
Oh, no.
What did you get?
A 1. I haven't added anything, but it's a... Yeah,
Is it a
proper
natural one?
It's a natural
Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Briony, please make your damage roll.
Oh, no.
It's 1d8 +4.
Oh, no, sorry. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Jesus Christ! Okay, so, Rufus. The good news is you're resistant to damage from slashing attacks. So you take 6 damage, but what happens is the little finger on your right hand is completely cut off.
Oh, no.
Briony, make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Is that D20?
Yep.
Oh, no. 3.
You grab his pinky finger out of the air and eat it.
Fuck.
I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry.
Say finger licking good.
It was finger licking good.
Phillin, thank you so much for these donations. It means a lot, but it's also really infuriating. And next up is Matt on initiative 12. You've just watched that happen.
How much did I get back from Skulks?
Skulks he's binding the wound and treating it. He just a very basic. It's 3 hit points. It's not massive. He's not using any magic. He's just binding up your wound.
I'm still so moved by Skulks' need to protect me. I rise to my feet. I run towards the thing that is fleeing from Briony, and I try and get both daggers and slash its Achilles heels while it's blind.
Okay, cool. Make your attack rolls. You can make the first one at advantage.
Okay. So I'm rolling my d20 first, aren't I?
Yes.
Advantage is 18.
That's a hit. And your second attack, roll without advantage.
Another 18.
Oh!
Cool. So both of them hit. The first attack, you roll a d4 and you add your dexterity modifier to it. And the second attack, your damage is just a d4.
Okay, so it's 3 and 2, but that's +3 on each dagger, isn't it? Oh
no, you don't get the +3 on the second dagger.
It's +5 on one dagger. Is it? No.
Nope, that's to hit.
Sorry, that's 3. Yeah, sorry, I was reading the wrong thing. And then what did you need me to roll? Anything else?
Nope, you're good. So it's 6 and 2.
Remember,
8
I'm going
halved
for
of
Achilles,
4.
Paul.
You are, and again, you're soaring through the thing's leg, and it's just it's difficult to get through. You've cut people before, you've stabbed up people, and you are. This is just harder than it should be. Last but not least, we fall to the Reverend Hardcomb.
So I'm currently not hardcore. So I'm currently dangling from his neck, like holding the bag, right? Which means I'm in range to touch him. So I'm going to inflict wounds.
Okay.
Wish I'd drank that potion in retrospect.
That would have made a lot of sense.
What's the worst thing that
roll
happen? You need to make a touch. You need to make a touch attack. So you need to roll a d20 and add 5 to it, just to make contact with him. If you roll a 1, you will kill Matt.
Don't roll a 1.
I've rolled a 16. I've got 16.
Okay, you've hit. And now I think... Oh, Jesus Christ! It's 3d10 damage.
Yeah. Oh, God, I need to take off my eye patch because it's affecting my depth perception. Sorry, hold on.
Oh, Jaunty Allen, I was going to make that joke at the end.
In game, does that mean that he also takes it off
Yes.
before he inflicts wounds? And we see he has 2 eyes.
I look up and go, Mr. Hardcastle, you're right. It's beautiful.
And I just put it back over my eye and
The different
say
one.
I'm ashamed.
Yeah, the different eye.
That's 16, Paul. 16.
16 damage. Let me just... Oh, yeah. No, in earlier editions of D&D, necrotic damage used to heal the undead, but it doesn't now.
Oh, God.
This 16 damage, what happens is you touch this guy on the back of the neck, and you just see these sort of tendrils of, like, almost, it's like watching his veins turn black progressively. There's this rippling decay rush out from this central point, and the whole thing just sort of stumbles, sort of almost like it withers in front of you and falls to the floor, and this dusty mess of skin and bone. It is quite dead. Congratulations, you've killed a white.
Yay!
Is his head
And
still in my bag?
I turned to the room at this point, look at my compatriots who nearly got away with hiding, and went, well, that went swimmingly, everybody. Good job.
I shove a health potion into his mouth.
I return the thumbs up, but the bottom half of my hand is missing and blood is just pouring out of it.
Can I please give Phillin the red healthy?
Yes, you absolutely may.
Drink that, little one.
Shall I also cure wounds on Rough Knight to like reattach his hand?
Hang on.
I ate it.
Clear at it.
I'm really sorry,
You had the
Raph.
whole hand. I just thought it was.
Man.
No, just the finger.
So hang on for a second. So Matt, you can get back 26 health.
Oh, I'm right back up to full health.
Yep. And Richard, you can cast Cure Wounds on Ruff. It won't
regrow
his finger back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's because that's he's not a lizard.
At this point, while Rich is rolling, I turn to Skulks and go, Mr. Skulks, I don't suppose you could spare a little pinky finger for my friend Ruff, could you?
No, that is 100% not how this works.
That's cool, mate.
We're all fine with the fact that she just ate that finger, though. We all saw that, right?
You know, we're not into shaming people in this group.
And of all my fingers, that's the one I use the least.
That is true, and I've seen him use all his fingers.
I still feel really bad.
All right.
I don't know what came over me. I don't get why I keep doing that. We should look into it at some point.
Was it ever since you spoke to the mushroom?
Yeah, that's the first time I did it. I thought it was the spores, but none of the rest of you have done it.
No.
Listen, Tiefling's gonna teeth, Paul.
Oh, you know what it is, though? Guys, it happens when I use the cleaver. No, I didn't use it. That's the only time it's happened. Do you think it's linked to the cleaver?
I dropped out there for a
You
second.
did
I hope
use-
nobody asked me any questions.
Because I attuned myself to the cleaver last night before we started on the whole sewage thing.
You also did use the cleaver on him, didn't you, at some point in that fight?
And then I ate a finger. It's either the cleaver or the spores. But we should really deal with the zombies and worry about my eating habits later.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
You could put the cleaver in this dead, shriveled thing's corpse and see if it makes you hungry.
And then we could just hold you back.
And you promised to hold me back because I've eaten enough.
I don't know
today.
if you remember, but the thing we just killed exploded into dust. There's nothing to put it in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought it shriveled away. Sorry.
Let's just keep going. We'll deal with it later. Next time we see something dead, we'll try the cleaver thing and keep an eye on.
Worst case, you get a nice little meal there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we'll make sure we do like a control experiment as well, so we find out what's going on.
So, you heading through the corridor that leads out of this room?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just before we do,
You
before we do, Paul, I get in a sarcophagus and go, "Look at me, everybody! I'm dead again."
It does do that.
when you get out of the sarcophagus,
You literally died.
Yeah, you did.
when you get out of the sarcophagus, there's nobody else in the room.
I'm still happy with myself.
So yeah, you make your way into the next through a little corridor into the next chamber, and you can see there's like lighter wooden doors down here that have been smashed open from the inside. So whatever all the dead, presumably the corpses that were in here have smashed their way out into this chamber, and you're in a square chamber with a little plinth in the middle, and it's quite nice. It was quite nice. There was a sort of nice little big rug in here with a hole cut out in the center for this plinth. The plinth is marble, and it has like an incense burner on top of it, but that's burned out. Opposite is another door that leads downwards, and you can see again just like indication, like just mess on the floor. You can see basically out of this door and the door opposite you, a lot of footprints have converged on this door to the left.
Okay.
Or the right.
Can I
look at me? And there's doors. There's 4 exits in this room. You're stood at the south one. The north one is stairs descending down. It looks like a lot of corpses have come that way. To your right is a door that is still intact but ajar, and to your left is another door that's been smashed through.
And
a corridor that curves around.
Can I make a quick suggestion?
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team meeting.
Why don't we? I just think we need to just check back in the crypt. Was there anything special about those bodies? Because normally in religious buildings, it's only the important people who actually get crypts inside the church, and it might tell us who these people were, and maybe that it's happening here because it's important rather than just being random dead bodies.
Well, rather than go back to the crypt, is there anything in the room we can
I'm
see
still
Paul,
in
that tells
there
us who it
At
is?
the moment, I'm still in the sarcophagus.
No, in this room, there's just there's a couple of nice vases and now wilted flower arrangements. But this looks and there's also tell a lie. The only other thing in here is there's a couple of benches.
Are they any poop vases, or are they made of other
No, they're
material?
made out of vases. They're just vases. They're not turds.
Can I do a history check on the benches and see if there's any information scrolled? Sometimes people write like to my loved
You don't have
one.
to make it. You don't have to make a history check to read text.
Yeah, is there any text?
No.
History check of ours
To what end?
to find out who lived here. The temple. What Ruff wanted to do.
That's how
Yeah.
vases work.
I'll tell you what you can do. You can make a religion check to identify the religion.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, let's all do that, and then we've got more luck of
That's
finding
my
out.
department.
Yeah. Reverend, what is
I
it?
say that I confidently just said that's my department and then rolled a natural 1. So
Well, I rolled a 16. This could be a whole investigating a dead body situation again, couldn't it?
I
Reverend?
got a 6, so I'm out.
it could be. Yeah.
I rolled a 13.
I've always said, Claire, you'd make an excellent detective.
Really?
All right. So, Briony, Sorry, what did everyone get again, real quick?
I got 6.
16.
13.
Rufus? And Richard?
Oh, and it was a 1.
Great.
It was a 1.
Matt,
Why are you making me say it twice?
Yeah.
Matt, you
6.
are unfamiliar. You're not. You can't. You don't know what these religions are. Rufus, you clock because you're familiar with it because it's a big religion amongst dwarves. Helm is one of the deities represented here. You see the symbol of Helm on one of the vases. Helm is the god of protection. Briony.
Yeah.
You clock indicators that suggest that some of the vases and even the carving on some of the benches has iconography that is representative of Shantea, the goddess of agriculture, Eldath, the goddess of peace, Helm, the god of protection, Joaquin, the goddess of trade, and Timora, the goddess of luck. Richard, you are 100% convinced this is a temple to Asmodeus, who is functionally the devil.
Okay.
And that everything you see here is a front.
Okay.
Wow, so this is a place for a lot of gods.
Now, guys,
Sorry, what was Shantea?
I may seem a bit David
what was
Icke
Shantea
here,
the god of?
Agriculture.
She's a halfling god of agriculture.
And
And what
Timora
was
is my
Azaf?
god, goddess of luck.
Yes.
Rich, what were you about to say then?
I was just going to say I might seem a bit David Icke here, but I reckon this place is basically the cause of 5G.
I cannot wait for you to make sense of that in game.
Sorry, what was Eldath the god of?
Eldath, peace.
Peace. And what was the last one? The god of luck?
Timora.
Timora.
She's my god. Is it anyone else's gods here?
I don't remember my god.
Oh, of course you don't.
Sorry.
Because you got a dwarvish one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, look, this is the Temple of the Five Faiths. We now know what the Five Faiths are.
Oh.
Helm, Shantea, Eldath, Joaquin, and Timora. So this isn't naturally a
Evil place.
yeah, exactly. It's not necromancy or anything like that. So it looks like this is just a place where there was plenty of dead bodies for whatever this thing that's been visited upon this town. It was just like that's where the corpses are, so that's where it's happened, rather than it being a plot by the actual temple itself.
Mr. Ruff, sir, can I ask, is Five Face the place that does good burgers?
Yeah, it does. It's really good.
Okay.
They cook their fries in halfling grease.
Do they?
Oh.
I wonder if they'll buy mine. Not that they would, because they still look like a skeleton.
Paul, on the plinth in the middle, is there anything there, or is it large enough? Would it have fit the big, is it what's missing? Can we tell what's missing?
No, there's nothing missing. There is there's a quite nice incense burner there, but it's burned out.
Paul,
yes.
Can I perception check down the way the footsteps went, see if I can hear or ascertain it?
The way, do you want to do the door to the north? Where
the one where the footprints went.
Well, there's two. So there's the door to the north where they came from, or the door to the west where they left.
I want to know where they're going.
Cool.
Why don't we each look down a different door? See what's in behind the door.
Oh yeah, boy, he's rolling them 20s.
Nice. I love, by the way, that everyone seems to think that holding a dice up is clearly indicates what you rolled.
It's cinematic, Paul.
Sure it is. Matt, what you can hear very distant. Actually, you got a natural 20. You can hear distantly.
Yeah.
It's got an echo to it because it's coming from far away. You can hear a low chanting and a sort of like a quiet but consistent noise. You can also hear what sounds like periodically what sounds like somebody slamming a meat cleaver into quite a lot of meat.
Ooh, I assume
Like a
it makes my
wet-
tattoo cold as well.
a wet thunking sound. It does. Also, with that natural 20, from behind you, there's a breeze coming from the lower crypt.
Okay, guys, here's what I can ascertain using my eyes and ears. One, it must be quite warm down there because I can hear a lot of desk fans. Two, sounds like somebody be making them burgers down there, so I assume it's still open upstairs. Three, it's a bit of a chill behind us, and that is what I would like to tell the group. It's been a real pleasure having the floor. Over to you guys.
So there's a draft coming from where we just were down in the crypt.
No, there's a draft coming from the door opposite.
Where the footprints came from, I think.
No, the other door.
Yep.
One of these.
So, hang on, wait. I want to not give away shit by showing you this map. So there's a draft coming from here. That's the door Matt was listening at, and that's where you've just come from. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Which place had the door ajar?
The opposite one. So there. You're here.
Yeah.
You've come this way.
Yeah. There's a
Matt's
breeze coming
facing
from
that
straight
way.
ahead.
And Matt, there's a breeze coming from this way, and that door is ajar.
Right. Can we go and look at the one with the door ajar?
Yep.
I'm intrigued by that one.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
Okay. You open that door, and it is immediately much colder in here.
Desk fans.
Halfling, how does your tattoo feel, or is it just one everlasting blinding pain because of where we are?
Can't say it's pleasant. When we're back at the tailor's, it was like a stern heartburn. Now, I think I would like to put a dagger in my own eyes. It is painful.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's painful, but it's not painful because you've entered this room. There is a brief spike of pain, however, and as you feel that in your chest, you all hear the building rumble slightly, just for a brief second. As you step into this room, there's no lighting in here, but what there is a corpse on what looks like it's this is a room for preparing the bodies to be interred. And there's a corpse that has been, for want of better terminology, Jesus. For want of better terminology, it's been cut up really badly. Like something has been obsessively cutting on this corpse. It's barely a corpse at this point. It's mainly meat and bones. The limbs are recognizable.
You getting hungry at all, Claire?
No, not at the moment.
Make a wisdom save, Briony.
Oh, hold on. I'll tell you in a second. The RM5 guys. 16, 15.
Fine, you're not hungry.
No, I'm not hungry. No moment.
I take my great sword and I make sure that the head is removed from the body.
Done. Not going to make you roll on that, but that happens. With a soft thunk, it falls into a bucket.
Thank you.
Hole in one.
And yeah, in this room, there's jars of embalming fluid. There's incense. There's what I guess what would pass for surgical tools.
Any helpful weapons?
No, not really.
All right.
Is embalming fluid flammable? Sorry.
What was that, Richard?
Is embalming fluid flammable?
You don't know.
Let's find out, guys. Let's grab some.
Just because that seems to be how we leave most buildings afterwards. So I feel like we should just take that.
Let's just do a little experiment while we're down here. Hardcore asks the question, does anybody know if embalming fluid's flammable? Claire says, let's find out. I pick up a jar, open it, toss a little bit on the floor, and then wait for somebody with a fire spell to cast it at this little dribble.
Hang on, is that going to use up one of my spells? Because otherwise we'll just...
Does anyone have a match?
Wait. No, Matt.
Yeah?
Have you got Firebolt?
I got flaming hands and stuff, haven't I?
Yeah, but if you have Firebolt, that's it's a cantrip, so it doesn't. Then use that. Yeah. You can use do as many of those as you like.
Yeah.
At which point, yes, sure enough, the embalming fluid goes.
Right. We take as much. Oh, hang on. Did our bag of holding fall down when we killed the white?
You've still got it.
We've still got it.
Yeah.
Right, we just load up the bag of holding with as much of this embalming fluid as we can lay our hands on.
Cool. You can find... Ruff, would you make an investigation check, please?
Yep. It's a 17 plus... Oh, -1. 16.
Great. You can dig around. You find 4 bottles of embalming fluid, plus the one that you already had. So 5 in total.
Does he drink any?
I'd definitely take a sip.
It's not great.
Yeah.
No. But I've got resistance against poison because I'm a dwarf.
You do. It's just not palatable.
Is there anything in here that seems like it might be more alcohol based?
I mean,
what did you get on that investigation check?
17, 16.
Yeah, and there's a cupboard that has a jug of clear liquid, a couple of bottles of clear liquids.
Okay.
They smell pretty alcohol heavy.
All right, I take a sip off one.
One is meths. It's
Lovely.
methylated spirit.
Lovely. I trouser both of those.
Okay. You now have 2 bottles of methylated spirits.
Lovely.
Oh no. We've both got our habits we're dealing with.
You've got to remember though, Ruffy often does his best work when completely wasted. So
That's true.
Yes. Where to now, team?
Shall we go to the one?
Hang on, wait. There was one door in here. Is there any other doors in here?
No. Excuse me. No, this is just a chilled room.
Okay.
Shall we look at the third option from the middle centre, or just go to where we heard those noises and the thing? Because it sounds like something pretty bad is going on downstairs, and we should probably stop it.
And nothing bad's ever happened from going into a basement.
Yeah.
Let's just check the other room, because who knows what's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
You head down some. So the smashed door leads to an immediate downward staircase, travelling about 20 foot down. Opens up onto another larger crypt, an older one, in fact, and it's deeper down than the other one was. Deeper, in fact, than the sewers are. And again, in here, there's like 3 or 4 corpses that are clearly too far gone to be reanimated, but everything else has gotten up and left. At the far end, the wall has collapsed in, and that opens up on a tunnel.
We know that's a good way out if we start fire.
Well, should we just go and while we're down here, just have a quick look what's at the other end of that tunnel? Can we send our stealthiest person just to go and do it themselves by stealth? In fact, we could even send Skulks.
Yeah.
No, Skulks has been an asset to the team.
No, he'll come back, but let's be sure that what's down there is a tunnel out, not a tunnel further into some like horror.
Can I just check with Skulks?
Yeah, sure. I'm right here.
If we sent you down that tunnel, but you left just one of your arms, would you be able to give us?
He slaps you across the face.
Point taken.
Loud and clear. Message understood.
No bones about it, Mr.
Rufus. You are a dwarf. Would you make a survival check at advantage, please?
Yeah.
With your stone cunning.
Yes. Survival is +3 at a dirty 20.
Lovely stuff. As you poke around the entrance of this tunnel, what you reckon is, although the wall in here has just basically been pushed in, it looks like the tunnel has been dug out with humanoid clawed hands. Like, it's not like a well-maintained tunnel. It was dug into this space rather than out of it. Like animalistic claws on human hands, and there is a stench of decay in this tunnel, and it goes down. Right,
so something's burrowed up into this crypt from below. Has anyone got any particular animal wisdom?
I've got animal handling +1.
I've got a +1 on animal handling. I'm just wondering, is there any way we can ascertain what type of claw this is. Is it, a dragon claw or a wolf claw?
Oh no, it looks. It's got there's footprints. They're like those humanoid footprints, but
That's
with
zombies,
claws.
I reckon.
Oh, okay.
And humanoid handprints, but with like sharpened fingers.
Didn't the bad fast zombies have claws? And
Yeah.
the really fast, creepy ones that are pretty damn scary with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth noting. Not all of them had blue eyes all the time.
Oh. I think we got to go to door number 3.
Or 4, if we're counting, but that's cool.
We came in 1, though.
Yeah.
So you head to door number 3, as it is now called. The door number 3, the 4th door. The corridor curves around into a quite nicely appointed, like sort of mini chapel, I guess. And a lot of stuff in here has been knocked over. Like a lot of traffic has come through here towards a staircase at the far side that leads upwards. And in here, again, there's benches, there's frescoes on the wall of the gods. And this is sort of a quiet space with little places to sit. And it's been made quite nice, but it's been very much ruined by a lot of dead things crawling and walking through it. The building rumbles again. Matt, you feel a jolt of pain in your chest. Please take 1 damage.
Oh. Can't get a bloody break for damage, mate.
You all see the halfling visibly go, ah! And clutch his chest briefly.
Okay, so where is that coming from? We need to go to where that's coming from and stop it.
I reckon it's down in the basement, if ever my heart...
You are literally in the basement.
Yeah, I was going to say. We came in at the bottom and we're working our way up. Yeah, as we get further up, that's when we feel the rumble and the halfling hurts.
I'll be honest, I'm in a lot of pain and I don't know what I'm saying.
Then we want to go up.
You would hope.
I want to go where the chanting is.
Yeah, can we follow?
I want to go where the
chanting is. I want to be where those dead zombies are.
Walking their meat with their, what do you call it?
Honk, honk. I wanna honk, I wanna run, I wanna spend all day in the sun, adventuring free, a halfling, a free, a cop and a dwarf.
That's good merch. Oh, hi! You've just caught me drinking a cup of tea from some more delicious merchandise. The tea is delicious, the merch is normal. We've got mugs, t-shirts, a whole bunch of stuff available. Link in the description. If you want to buy merch, you can. And thank you for watching. I mean, what have we learned from that stream? 1, I did not know how death saves worked. Thank you to our delightful audience for letting me know midstream. And, well, the players are just terrible at tactics. Real bad. Also, look, I feel like I would have made a bigger deal as a player if one of the other players had eaten my finger, or if I'd eaten the finger of another player. That's just me. No judgment there. It's just really interesting finding out how other people play D&D and realising it's not the same as how I would. But look, we're barrelling towards a little finale for this plot arc, so stay tuned. Watch part 3, which is coming up any minute now. And if you're enjoying the show, please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Stay safe. Farewell.